Welcome back to another episode here from the Himalaya Hermitcraft server. How is it going? You know, ever since the incident with me, doing my dancing for the intro and Zizuma thinking I was sending Morse code, I'm I'm kind of weirded out when I do my intro. Then I'm thinking, oh dang, Zizuma is on. Okay, he's AFK. He probably been. Wait, what? It is 11 a.m. my time. What is Scar and Jevin doing on? Go to bed, you night owls. That's not healthy. Man, here on Hermitcraft, we're getting up there in age, right? I'm 25 now, as you know. And you should, the others are also getting up there. I mean, Scars reaching Unk status, I'm hearing from the community. So, watch your sleep schedule. Sleep is very important, what are they doing 3 a.m. in the night? I need to maybe, after the intro, give them a good talking. I mean, what the? Anyways, hey, this is going to be a great episode. We did all kinds of stuff. I was just doing the editing, and as you know, weirdly enough, I always do my intro after the fact. Most of the times. And trust me, good one. We did all kinds of cool stuff. And with that said, of course, thumbnail of the week. I tried to recreate it. Here, check it out. German man yells at mountain from Bootsy Gas over on the Hermitcraft Reddit. Speed drawing, I actually already did that after the Mountain Envy episode, but I'm glad to see it still fits. Haven't drawn fan art in years, but I feel like this was worthy cause to end the streak. Oh my god. It definitely was. It's so funny. Look at my tiny ice plateau down here, and then you see the mountain in the background. It's like true Mountain Envy. Glorious. Hey. Boots, I guess. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Oh man. The fan art and the stupid things you do, guys, it gives me so much joy. It's all worth it, for some of these moments sometimes, man. Anyways, before people complain again about rambling long intros, let's get to it. And let's grind. Will I get a little pat on the back? Well, I don't know. It kind of looks the same. But I've been very, 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 very nicely cleaning things up. Look, I have all these signs here. Don't worry, these are just temporary. I will change them. Depending on how we design the interior here. Slowly but surely, I see some inspiration. I think next week or so, I will start decorating this place. We have a lot of white canvas here to paint on, so to speak. And more filters in the house. Now all my redstone raw stuff is here. We have a piston sorting thing and, redstone bits and pieces and leaves and saplings and all the woods that, are possible. Every single wood in the game with all the blocks that are existing in relation to these wood blocks. Boom. Pretty good. So, I'm still thinking of how to reorganize my whole storage system as there's so many new blocks in the game. I'm trying to have this as my standard sorting setup. Let's see if it all works out and there's enough space and things and everything works as intended. But, should be. I mean, here a bit of redstone and then miscellaneous redstone related bits and pieces here. And at this side, maybe... stuff that can be made out of different rock types and so on. It's fun categorizing, but, I don't want to kill myself and do it in one run, so to speak, right? That everything that is long-term grindy like that, then it's no fun anymore. But, if you're here and there, take some time, reorganize things a little bit, and whatever is sorted into the system, I toss in. Slowly but surely it works. Here... The bulk storage is also expanded. We have granite now and andesite and, diorite, all the ice is here, some sand, and, slowly but surely it's filling up. Surprisingly, my bulk is filling up rather quickly. I have 4 more slots here, but then all of these, that should be all right. So yeah, I could definitely feel it, that I'm getting more organized, especially when it comes to the redstone department, because yeah, I had to gather a bunch of materials today, and yeah, we want to take that to the shopping district and work on the next bit for our shop. Yeah, I want to continue work on there. As you remember, the episode before the last one, we made Shulker farm. Yeah, Himalaya is growing. Ridiculous. So, yeah, now it's, the next part. If you want to have a mini game, every good mini game needs a good display. And I was mentioning last episode already when we did the cracks, the pulsating cracks, which all of you liked. And you could tell there's a lot of artists in the, comment section. And people that like to do animations, because everybody was saying you should do it like this, maybe a different fade out, different blah blah blah. Hey, maybe I'll change it at some point, but for now I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, and yeah, we'll leave it we'll leave it for now. But yeah, you guys are experts, and I understood more about how to make better animations now. So maybe when we do more, I'll try to implement some of your feedback there. Really interesting. There's a lot to it, making good animations. Trust me. So yeah, as usual, right at the moment I have the Shulker farm disabled, turned it off because now a lot of stuff needs to be added. I dug out this hole here. But I wanted to check on something. I turned off the Shulker farm already like last week or so. So it hasn't been running long. And it should still have produced quite a bunch of shells. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, we're good with shells for a little bit, I would say. All right. That thing worked somewhat well. I had some issues again with boats breaking. So, yeah, I will do some fixes. We've been looking into some fixes with the farm that could be implemented and make some complications with it then unnecessary. So, yeah, hole in the ground. And in this ground hole, we want to install our display, and it's a really cool technology. I mentioned it last week already, right? Rechenmaschine had this concept when we were working on the cracks that you can use powdered snow to dispense and make animations or displays with it. And today we want to build one here for our Shulker game. So if you didn't fully grasp what we're trying to do here, we are trying to build a shooting game with live shulkers. So we're gonna grab shulkers from here when the farm is running, and it's providing shulkers into a magazine, and then we're gonna have a really cool it's almost done in our test world. I started designing the looks of it already. So, but we have a really cool system here with shulkers randomly changing the target position, and the better you shoot, the more shells you get. So it's kind of a mini game plus with a good reward. If you want to get shells and maybe set a high score and get a bonus, come here, right? And the game time is going to be roughly a minute or 90 seconds, and with that, in that time frame, you will not kill more than a double digit of shulkers. If you kill more than 99 in this time, okay, then the game is broken, but I highly doubt it. And yeah, therefore, our shooting position will be roughly somewhat up here. We'll be here, and the shooting array will be over there, so our target area and whatnot. So somewhat here, so that means you want to look down, and on the ground we want to see the display. So while you shoot, you also see your score. And obviously we have space constraints here. I'm already taking up this whole double plot here, but trust me, it's gonna be worth it. More shops are popping up over there. This looks very Scarian, or if I'm not mistaken, maybe? Who knows these days? I was mostly wrong with my shop guesses so far. But yeah, more shops are popping up here, slowly but surely. That's nice to see. And this one hopefully is going to be a center point and a bit of a highlight of the shopping district. But yeah, space constraints, so therefore I dug a hole. The classic. And we're gonna put everything downstairs, and we're gonna make a display that actually sits in the floor, and you know, just sits there, which is gonna be pretty cool. So yeah, display building. Well, I would say I'll just start and build a little bit. It needs a decoder, right? A red coder, so to speak. And then it needs a logic to it, a carryover, and all these things. It's very technical. I guess I'll just build and see if I have good ways to explain what's happening or so. But yeah, let me just start here, and then we'll see where this goes. Good old red coder, decoding, however you want to call it. It's not really a red coder because it's not really binary, but you know, a decoder, a counter, and a reset line, and an input. This is technically all you need for a display. So Purplus also worked on this concept a while back, and then Rechen, you know, friend of mine, Purplus, pretty sure you know him as well from the YouTubes, and yeah, Rechen then took some of his bits, and then we stitched it together. You know, this is not the most sleek design. Rechen was already petitioning when you see the final concept, right? If people maybe look into it, trying to condense things and so on and make things compact, and yeah, you know, there's people that are specialized on setups like that. But generally, right, you have a counter. This is one counter for one display or for one digit. You have another counter for another one. There's several ways how to make those. Yeah, we stitch these together. Those are known designs. Rechenmaschine picked there. And then here's our reset line, pretty much. And the concept of these is always the same, or in this case, mostly the same when it comes to displays. You put in a power level here, right? And the stronger the power level is, you know, different numbers get displayed. So power level 1 or 0 will do the 0 right now, pretty much. And then you have power level 1 and so on. And here, these pistons expand depending on the power level that is coming in. And this is 2 times, it's the same thing, 2 displays or 2 digits. And then up here, just different ways to wire to certain pistons that get extended. And this is how you typically do displays. We use this technology here too, but normally we wouldn't need it. This is just a special version of this. We now need to wire stuff up there, actually, because we want to have the display sitting here in the floor and not be like that. So this display is actually flipped around. You will see. That's why it's a bit complicated. And yeah, if you're into display making, check it out. And yeah, what else is there to say? Not much. Rather demonstrate what it can do for now. So here, this is our input to increase the count by 1. Back there, this is our reset line. So I'm going to aim at that now. And now we're going to go over here and check out the display. I have to look at it like this, because yeah, it's flipped around. You'll see. So I pressed the button and now it says 0, 1. Okay, you get it? Left to right, 0, 1. So 1, right? I press again. Now we have a 2, 3, 4, and you can see the power level here is increasing, right? And that just pushes up different pistons, which just read from these composters and power via these comparators. And certain areas are powered, certain areas are not. This is always kind of the same concept with these displays in different variants. Anyways, right, we got the 4 now. 5. Imagine it flipped up by 90 degrees, right? But yeah, you'll see 6 and 7, 8, 9. And now comes the interesting part, right? A carryover. That is always interesting. So now it needs to go back to 0 on the right side, and the left side needs to show 1. Let's see if that happens. 0, so 1, 0, 10. And then we count, we continue, right? 11, 12, and so on. And then we have a counter here. And now we hopefully can also reset that. So if we right-click this at the moment, this should reset this. Now it looks like 21 flipped around. But yeah, let's see if it goes back to 0, 0. Yeah. All right. So we have a working yeah, let's say logic for our display. And now we just need to wire it up and make it look cool using the new technology, powdered snow buckets in dispensers. So yeah, that should be pretty cool. Is there anything else I need to mention? No, I don't think there's anything else. So yeah, if you're into compacting displays, check out the final design towards the end of the episode, and then get to it. Well, it would help if one could count. Miscounted by 2 maps. Had to fly all the way back. I hate it. But now we're about to complete this thing. Yoobie-doobie-doo. Alright. Bloop, bloop. Ah, nice. Alright, let's check it out. Whoop. Alright. That is a proper display. So we now wired it up and we can look at it, and it should be in the right orientation and everything. We will give it a whirl. Yeah, but pretty much we just try to wire it upwards now as fast as possible using rail and doors and, you know, observers and more doors and observers, and now we're up here. And below there, let's check it out real quick. We always have map and dispenser and yeah, item frame, right? Then we put the map on there, and then the powdered snow sits there with an empty bucket at the moment in the dispenser. And here in the middle, for example, we can maybe have a peek. Here we have a full one, right? Because this is not triggered at the moment. 0, 0, it should say. So now let's go down to our counter, and then we come up with camera count here and see how the display actually looks with snow, which is really, really cool. I'm not sure if I want to use the blue maps there yet. I just used the ones I had at the moment. Maybe we use different ones. But yeah, wait, we can actually do it from here. All right, so now let's see if everything works as expected. All right, and pressing. Aha, nice. It looks cool with this really cool effect as well of the snow popping away. 2, 3. Oh man, I love it. 4. Let's keep on counting. 5. Yeah. Okay, I think we're good. 6, 7, and it's so clean. Look at how clean it looks. Oh, I love it. 8, 9. Yep. And 10. Yes. Okay. And let's keep on counting a little bit. 11. 12. Okay. Yeah, we're good. That works like a charm. All right. Let's wander over to the reset. Hup. All right. And it's cool, right? The lore here will be we will icify. So the idea is here there will be a giant shulker, and it's icified, halfway frozen up, and everything here will be icified. You know, we will bring our theme we got. We will bring the cold to the north, or to the shopping district. Okay. Reset pressed. Yeah. Nice. I would say, rightfully so, the master of technology. Come on now. This is pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right. That was also quicker than expected. So here you see the whole array. The counter back there and the decoder, so to speak. And here the wiring up. Everything in there should be spawn proof. You know, when we have the farm running, we need to make sure nothing can TP over and whatnot. And yeah, next stage would be setting up the actual playing field up here. Yeah, let's see. I'm pretty happy with the progress for now. Alrighty, I'm down here adding a little bit more logic to our whole system. You know, it's cool to have a countdown before a game starts. So you want to have like a 3, 2, 1, right? And why not use the display we have already to do that, right? We count down and then it will show the score. So what we need to do is have a setup like this. I added these 2 bits here, and they program and lock in the number 3, and then we can count down 3, 2, 1 and unlock the system for counting upwards again. So, yeah, there's all kinds of. That's the cool thing about this display technology. Once you have the basic display, it's easy to add logic to it. So, let's say the game would start, the first signal would come in here, and boop, we go to 3, and then from this observer, I can give inputs to do a countdown. So we do 3, right? And then 2, 1, 0, and then bap, the game starts. And then, everything gets unlocked down here again, and we can count upwards by having inputs coming in on this line. You can see when we do the countdown sequence, we activate this, and you can see this piston gets pushed out. So now we cannot have any inputs increasing the counter. That is done with this observer back there. So it's locked, right? And then we do the countdown sequence, which goes 3, 2, 1. I just use this as input because it's easy to do. We can also have a note block here or so at the moment, but later we will come in with lines from the game inputs. Yeah, and then it counts down to 3, 2, 1, boof, and then gets ready to receive inputs from this line again. And now if we get signals from this line, and this will come from our game mechanic that will sit up on here, right? The counter will go up. So now everything is pretty much prepped, to have a proper counting system. Obviously now sound effects and so on need to be added too, right? If you have 3, 2, 1, you want to, have like burp, 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 or something like that. Or maybe even I record a little voice clip and put it on a record. It goes like, all right, get ready to play. 3, 2, 1, go! Or something like that. And then maybe some music could start playing or so. That would be actually fun. I mean, that's easy to add, right? We can hook up the sound files to the system here and then use a record to play it. Why not? Also, I think Ren opened up a new shop. It must be Ren. Thinking about it, I mean, this blue hat. And I am in need of wool. And if I'm not mistaken, I just briefly skimmed over Ren's new episode. Yeah, Ren's back from South Africa. Right? It's really good. And always a good watch on the side while I'm grinding here. But I'm thinking Ren is selling some wool. Yeah. All right. Hopefully he'll restock. We might need a little bit more. But this wool we will need for our game mechanics we add, because we will use shulkers to detect certain things. And obviously we need to make sure to block audio, and that is done with wool. So yeah, what is happening here? It's super duper pooper scooper sweet how you all giving away moss mk, but this needs to be cleaned up to make way for shops and stuff. Regards from your local solo po. You love him. Alright. What's going on here? And there is no moss anymore. Yeah, but these pop-up stores really need to go. Come on now. Get the proper shops in. Maybe as, master of the whole server and technology, I should probably really start handing out fines. I need signs. We put signs there and just give them first notices or something. They won't even notice with all the signs going on, but it doesn't matter. As long as the paperwork is delivered, you're screwed. What's going on here? Fire Moss Plus, Superior Moss, coming soon. Oh, all right. Somebody claimed the spot here. Okay. The Moss show off. Is there any other shops popping up? I mean, we checked out this over there, right? I mean, that's the rocket store. We know that. We don't go near that safety hazard over there. Man, I'm way too lenient. I should, I need to talk to Scar. I need a poking stick so I can poke people about their misbehavior, and I need official notices of screwing up. Yeah, that's Skizzle, clearly. Alright, I don't think new shops other than Ren's shop popped up. Yeah, it's still clean back here. I mean, we got lucky, right? We snuck in here. This is obviously the prime real estate area, right? This is downtown. Up there, all the trashy shops will be. We are here right at the main line. I mean, these might be a little bit better, but, right there. It will be not missed. Yeah, I'm thinking we picked a good spot here. Good spot. All right. I am saying this is good. We have this thing up and running. It's working pretty well already. Let's see what we do next. A new day. Ha. Early morning. Only the early goat catches the... No worms. What do goats catch? The salt? So, I've been condensing my chest monster into this, and a lot of stuff is already sorted in. But, these few shulker boxes I need to take care of. It's getting more, manageable. And these things here are in active use at the moment. Aside of these, I need to make, it's partially organized, okay? Trust me. And then we still got these. These are the very, very early chests of... What is even in here? Alright, when we really started the season, we just dumped everything in here and lived out of this chest for, most of the time so far, pretty much. But those still need to be condensed. And, I'm starting to design the, or improve the interior here of the storage room. As you can see, we pick up the same style elements as we did, for example, out here at the bridge, right? A bit of floaty bits and so on, creating this magical vibe. Ah, look at my crack, man. Ain't it great? Ah, I love it. I changed the timing a little bit. Maybe it's a bit more satisfying for the hardcore animation freaks out there. Ah, man, I love him. Anyways, this is the idea inside here too, right? I want to leave the ceiling as is and don't put much more deep slate up there. Obviously here in the middle column we will put some and so on. But the ceiling is, we want to, this is already pretty wild. So we want to calm things down on the ceiling and focus onto the walls and so on. And also, let's face it, when you come in here, right? Like, I will be focused like this, looking at things, running back and forth here. We need to set up beacons so we can move a bit faster. That is also on the to-do list, I guess. So, I'll be going around here, and that's my main focus. So there's no need to put like a ton of deep slate on the ceiling and make the room even more busy. This way, it will all come together nicely. Kind of adds a bit of contrast and breaks up the more... flat spaces. Can't wait how it will look back there where we have quite a bunch of snow still. I'm gonna tackle this side next, but I'm thinking it's really cool. And then we have our shelves here, signifying whatever we have in there. And I really like the signs or shelves now over the let's say item frames, right? Because here you can, let's say, display up to 3 items in one, and that should give you always a good idea what is in here. Right here it's clear, it's literally leaves and saplings, and that's what's gonna be in these chests here pretty much. And then redstone parts, pistons and so on, raw redstone. I was thinking, should I put an individual redstone bit here maybe instead? Might be a bit more, a better indicator. How do you... No, wait. If I hold this in my hand, I never did much with these. We can switch it out. Okay, cool. And then you can power them, of course. I was thinking maybe at some point I will put a little bit of a refill station using some of the shelves. But for now, I'm thinking, for decorative purposes and information, they're really good here. I like them. They were a great addition. You can do a full inventory bar swap with it and all of that, right? So that's pretty cool. But overall, I'm liking where this is going. In general, this will be a little bit more bright then as well. We're putting some light sources here and there, right? Some of these, lanterns or what you call it. Man, I was like, End rods. Yeah, end rods. That's it. But there's so many things in Minecraft by now, like 15 different light sources, and sometimes I'm really struggling remembering how everything is called. I think I will start giving more of my own names to things like doodads and diddle-doods and a little bingy bong, light bingy schnong up there, you know. I think that works. I have my own language developing with Docky anyways. Docky wants to develop a secret language for me, and it's more complex than I thought. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna keep on grinding here a little bit. Oh yeah, we have snow piles here as well. I think that looks cool too. Bringing the room together. And yeah, then we'll see how it turns out. But I think this will look pretty dang cool. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, really cool, man. I'm starting to really like the vibe in here. I'm duplicating allies because I need them. One thing that starts to annoy the living heck out of me is I have no XP farm close by. I can easily, quickly fix my tools. So we need to build, you know, what is called ally-based silverfish XP farm thing, but I want to have it completely flush and hidden in the floor. And we were dabbling around with this in this afternoon with methods in Rechenmaschine, and I think we came up with a cool design. I'm gonna start working on that now, but first let's inspect our beautiful storage room. I love it. I'm feeling so at home here now, slowly but surely. Yeah, we're getting into the groove of the season, man. This is the style. See, it's these magical bits and pieces, right, we had going on, and everything is coming together now. All the way around, we have the shelves and snowed in bits and areas, and, you know, parts that assemble still float in midair. And now we have all this big space in the floors, and then here we can have little gadgets and doohickeys, and there, and in the floor, you know, we need a furnace array, for example, and things, and then we can cleverly hide them and place them here. And yeah, for my silverfish thingy, I want to put that here, I'm thinking. So first of all, I need to clear out a little bit of space, but I'm thinking we're pretty lucky below here. I will not have to do too much digging, cause here is cave. It's crazy how things get transformed over time in Minecraft, right? This was a completely different place only like, I don't know, a few weeks ago when we started the season. And now look at that. Right. Pretty crazy. The goat statue there in the distance looks so good. Man, we're getting there. I'm starting to feel this and crack. Come on now. Alright, I'm gonna do some diggy and start building here a little bit, and then we'll see. Yeah, I think this should be really cool. Should be a quick build. Might be something you'd be interested in too. It uses a lot of cool trickerinos. Alright. We have an endermite here sitting in the ground now, and yeah, if I stand right here and just hit this endermite, XP should be coming flowing out. Wait, let's grab our elytra. I wanted to fix that up anyways. Man, this is a cool design. I'm thinking we cooked, man. This is so smooth. Alright, I'm just standing here and yeah, there comes the XP. Ha! Nice. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff going on here. Obviously, we have a bunch of minecarts here. And in these minecarts is a laze. It's about 5. Could have thrown more in there, but it's alright. Then we have a campfire below them. They're sitting on a campfire, so they take extra damage, and they take a bunch of damage from the powdered snow that is sitting on top. But there's a clue to this powdered snow thing. As the ally or LA is stuck in the powdered snow, when they poop out like here what you call it, silverfish, right? These silverfish have only one way to go. They come straight out of the alley here and then are elevated up in the powdered snow. Mobs can be elevated up, but that's a special trait of the silverfish, that they can actually be elevated up like that. And they only can be elevated up to if there's an open block above. So we have a trapdoor here blocking them downwards a little bit, and I am hitting the head of an armor stand that is standing on a bunch of snow layers right next to these silverfish. The silverfish are mostly accumulated in this block here. And by sweeping edge damage, we damage these silverfish here. And give them a good whack, and they die, and the XP travels up through the trapdoor into our body. And to keep the thing running, we use the sweeping edge again. By hitting this armor stand, we actually affect this armor stand as well. And as you can see, this armor stand, which is standing on some fence here, to have the perfect height so it still reacts to my swinging up there, gets pushed over and keeps this tripwire alive. And the tripwire is here hooked up to a pulse extender, which keeps the whole thing running. So there's a special trick to this too. As we learned over the past few seasons, if you let silverfish constantly take massive fire damage, that is every 10 seconds they take a damage tick, right? They will eventually die from loading, unloading chunks. This sucks. So the main source of damage, the fire, needs to be put out. Therefore, we have dispensers sitting here. This dispenser that holds a bucket of water, and we have another dispenser here that holds a bunch of flint and steel. So every time we turn this thing on and off, the whole campfire gets turned off. I will try to show you. I'm gonna stop hitting now. Now the pulse lengthener will slowly fade out, and the system will shut off. Boom, and quickly turns off the water. Now the LA are only sitting a little bit here in the powdered snow, but that is such slow damage. I would be highly surprised if they die from that. If not, we also have a design already that can scoop out the powdered snow there and put it back. That would be easy to add. But yeah, that system is really compact as well. Here you can see it. Let me XC and then I'll turn on some gamma so you guys can actually see something. Gamma override. Right. When I was showing off the Shulker farm, everyone was saying, way too dark, way too dark. I guess for showing off stuff, gamma will work fine. So yeah, here's the setup, right? Here's the trigger. So when we hit the armor stand that is standing there poking the head out, we push that over into this tripwire that hangs here, and that activates this pulse lengthener, and yeah, the piston here gets pushed over. When it gets pushed over, it triggers the potion to be shot at the silverfish as well, or at the ally, better say. Here in this dispenser we have potions, and below here we have an automatic brewing setup. It's really cramped in here, hard to say, but this setup here, we have the ingredients in these droppers here for the brewing. So that is stone, nether wart, and to extend it, to make it throwable gunpowder. Every third time we trigger this machine, the brewing will start, because we have 3 potions. And there's another super clever thing. So this machine, it has like 10 super clever things. So every time we trigger this machine, this observer here gets moved around in a position. First it is here, then it is here, and at the third push it is here. So this is a counter to 3 that works every time. Sticky piston here, sticky piston there, redstone on top. Here you see this line, this redstone line that goes on top of it. If you give this redstone line a pulse, it will always move this observer to the next spot. And this way, every third time we trigger the whole thing, we will actually push another armor stand up This is just a pulse lengthener. I showed this before. Just a nice 3-second pulse lengthener again. That will, open up the brewer here and let the potions that are brewed out into the system, and at the same time trigger a potion to be sent up, and at the same time trigger a potion to be dispensed. So this small thing does like a million things in a super clever way, and I'm actually really proud we cooked this up in 2 hours. This afternoon I was like, man, I'm really annoyed flying around back and forth. I need an Elytra fixer. Here is my old prototype, let's improve it. And then Rechenmaschine and methods, and I fiddled around for 2 hours. Now we have this insane thing. This is really compact and really cool. Flush, seamless in the ground, and it's, it's just beautiful. I mean, this guy is just poking his head out. I mean, probably we could have a snow layer here too. But now we have an easy way to fix up our stuff here. And it's really nice. Wow, this is how the storage room looks, so super bright. I mean, also nice. Not gonna lie. Maybe I'll amp up the lighting in here a little bit more over time. But we will install little doohickeys and thingies like that, or doohickeys. That's a bit hacky. But little things like that all over the place, and slowly but surely the place will light up more. As I always say, I like my builds to be organic and kind of a real Minecraft base, and just slowly develop over time, right? I think that makes sense. And also makes you feel you're part of the game, kind of you're progressing with me, right? But this thing is so cool. Here, I'm gonna quickly show you one more time when I activate the hitting. Here, the counter is interesting. So I'm gonna start whacking. Oh wait, I might need to scoot in a little bit closer. Yeah. And now you see this thing got pushed to over here, and it triggered there, and now the brewer is active. You see? Brewer is going just by simply triggering each of these droppers here once and dispensing the ingredients into this dropper line, right? And in this hopper line here, right? And then we just go in, boof, and start brewing. And now we're doing a new batch being prepared, and new potions cycling around, and that's it. And now let's see if I can show you the switch off. So as soon as I stop whacking, right, the armor stand is no longer pushed forward. The pulse lengthener runs out, and then this piston comes back and triggers here. Click, clack. Real quick. You can see that's also really clever to quickly trigger the water here. Here's a water bucket, right, that flushes out the campfire. We update the piston by pulling back here, right, and it gets a pulse, and just does a click clack, and this gives this quick for this observer here, click clack, water out, water back in. We just want to flush out the water real quick. So that's a really compact way to wire that. Simply a piston in front of the observer, and then you update this piston, like click clack, 2 pulses, water in, water out. So a lot of stuff going on in this tiny thing here. But now, that was one of my favorite things to have last season. Now we have a good way to fix our stuff. And, eventually I silenced these guys too. So, the LAs will not make any noise when they're taking damage. And eventually these silverfish will also die, right? The ones that are in there. And, we should be good. And pretty much now, if we activate the system again, this observer goes all the way to over there. At the second push, it sits here, and at the third push, it sits here again. And we brew a new batch of potions, because, every time we do 3. And that's how this whole dealio works. And, this is crazy sometimes how much fun you can have with such a small design. But if you, put your thinking heads on a little bit, and try to compact it as well. Especially, I love to torture Methods about it a little bit this morning. Methods poured coffee over his keyboard, and now only has his spare keyboard that is tiny and doesn't have all the keys. He's getting a new keyboard on Saturday, already a new one ordered. But until then, he had to survive like that. So I tortured him playing Minecraft with this mini keyboard for all the mocking and trash talking I have to hear all the time from the hive mind. I enjoyed that. But now we have a super compact, nice little setup here. And yeah, I'm loving this little guy here. I was thinking if I should put Scar's head here. But, you know, I think the silverfish is better, refers to what the farm can do. The only thing that slightly irks me is that we can slightly see the armor stand. Technically, though, I think I should be able to make it invisible, right? I mean, it's not a big deal, right? This here is really not a big deal, but now as we can, probably making it invisible makes it perfect. And of course, it should still work. Just to be sure if that's the invisible armor stand doesn't do anything weird. Oh, does it? Oh yeah, it surely does. Okay. Yeah, that's the cheaty stuff, man. Okay, let's see. Then invisibility off. Simple normal armor stand again. Hitting. Yeah, immediately works. Okay. So you shouldn't do that. Make it invisible. That's cheaty anyways. Alright, cool. Me lovey. Maybe if I throw some lichen here. Wait, I need to... Last try. We can throw some lichen on there and see if that blends it in a little bit better. Ah, okay. Next to invisible. Also lights up the place a little bit more. I like it. Okay, I need to place some more corals around here to make it look neat. Wait, where was my corals? Here. I tried to... This is my new... Okay, I tried to be a little bit organized here with the stuff I'm using, but where did I put the corals? I know they're here. Okay, yeah. Let's grab a few and spread them around to blend things together a little bit more. Maybe one or two here. And another one here. Oh yeah, my service hatch is here, which is also pretty cool. Wait, here. To the service hatch. In case I want to grab some stuff and I can easily access all my dispensers and hoppers here, you know, to refill stuff if I need to. Yeah, everything else is in here. Blaze powder is there, more than enough. Bottles are here. Oop, that's not intended. And yeah. Oh yeah, this needs to be full. I need to make sure this is filled up so bottles get properly dispensed. Yeah, I haven't had enough bottles yet. I need to get some. Yeah, that's really important that all the slots are occupied in here. Alright, yeah, I need to hang out at the witch farm, I guess, of the Zuma and farm some more bottlers. And then we should be golden. We want that to be full so the bottles actually get ejected out of the dispenser and make it into the system for new brewing, right? Obviously. Alright, but that is it. We need more bottles. That is my mission now. I put a snow layer now. Let me know what you like better, the lichen or the snow layer. I mean, the snow layer really nicely covers, you know, the tiny bits of the armor stand that is poking out. But, yeah, it looks like it's a small... It's cute, I like him. Man, we need to name this armor stand. And give this guy a name. Suggest a name for this guy that lives here in the cave now with us. I like him. It's our pet now. Come here. If we whack him, he'll spit out XP. Just like a real pet. No. Oh man, I miss having a cat. Ah man, it's been a few years since our cat Gracie passed away. And I'm thinking slowly but surely Docky is at an age where they can probably be a bit responsible about a cat. So maybe there's a chance we might get a new cat. That would be really cool. I love cats. I mean, I'm a dog person, but you know, my partner, she loves cats. She's more of a cat person, always been. And then over the years, I converted a little bit. Now I'm split like 50-50. but having a dog is even a bigger responsibility, right? You have to go for daily walks and so on. With the cat, normally, if we can let the cat out in the garden a little bit, cat is chill and, doing their thing. So probably easier to handle, to be honest. And yeah, I don't want to be the guy that is responsible, especially when it's cold. Having a dog is fun in the summertime, right? Spring, you're out there with your dog, having the time of your life. But when it gets cold, the doggy still needs to go for a walk, and then it's no longer fun. Anyways, I say it's time we wrap up the episode. We did a lot. I was just finishing the editing. It's like, what the heck, man? Okay, we built a crazy display with brand new technology. Then we decorated the whole storage room like it's no tomorrow. And quickly hammered out this super cool and compact XP setup, that you should have in every base pretty much. I mean, come on. The GOAT is grinding. But, slowly but surely talking about the GOAT motto, grind, optimize, automate, thrive. I think we are slowly but surely transitioning from O to A. Yeah, like we optimized a bunch of things and now we are starting to automate more and more, and soon thriving will begin. I'm feeling it. We're at that tipping point, you know what I mean, where things go easier. You could see how much I could get done today, and it felt like it was an easy week work-wise. That just shows how important a good storage system and being organized in Minecraft is. It gets more and more important with all these items that are in the game. It clears your brain a little bit. You see things clearly and combine blocks better. Everything is presented. It just, order is key at some point in Minecraft, I have to say. It was fun dabbling around in my chaos now for a while, but it's over now. We are getting organized, and that means we are stepping up the pace and going to next gear. Talking about stepping up the pace, I, of course, can never do this on my own. I'm telling you this for years and years and years, right? I have plenty of friends with whom I play Minecraft for years and years and years, and we still enjoy pushing the boundaries of the game. And as long as my friend circle is there and enjoys doing this, the GOAT will be here forever. But yeah, that's the key factor for me. That's what makes me coming back to this game. I'm just having fun, playing it with my friends, and then we come up with this crazy stuff, and then we show it to you guys, and you guys enjoy it, and sometimes get inspired, and all of that. That's just what is the core thing to me in Minecraft. Always been hanging out with friends together and doing cool stuff. It doesn't always have to be this technical stuff we're doing and game breaking and all these things, right? The cool building you guys do together or other shenanigans you have going on for you and your friends. You might have your own little thing going on that's just you, but it means a lot to you. And it's still the same thing to me with Minecraft. When I started this, that was the motivation. I wanted to hang out with people and do fun stuff together, and I really enjoyed this online community that was evolving around the game, and it's still today. It's on a bigger scale, of course. You guys know me, and I have a fan base, which is still freaking awkward for me to even say. I don't see you guys like that. It's just, I guess, supporters is maybe the best word that comes to mind. I would say something, it's just friends sounds too parasocial, you know what I mean? And that's obviously calling somebody a friend is a different beast. But yeah, I'm just feeling very happy in this community and being part of this whole crazy ride we've been doing. I don't know. Contempt, you know what I mean? Anyways, talking about being content and having the help and the support from the community and my friends, right? Here, comment of the week, Cloaking Planet says, I like to imagine methods is like Jarvis in Doc's cyborg system. The way Doc always says he helps, but we barely see him, is kind of cool, mysterious, lore-wise. Jarvis, right, Iron Man. Yes, indeed. I mean, Method's been with me for I don't know how long on this crazy journey, and yeah, always grateful that we still have fun with this stuff. I mean, yeah, it's not Method's job. It's just, you know, him having some fun with it and, yeah, being friends, right? That's it. And yeah, indeed, that's sometimes how it feels having Jarvis there, but Methods there. But remember, guys, Jarvis was always really, really polite and nice and obedient. That's not what my Jarvis is. My Jarvis is mostly grumpy, very, very, very condescending when it comes to my Minecraft skills. And I constantly feel I'm the dumbest person in the room. And they let me know. So, you know, yeah, grumpy Jarvis maybe. Alright. See you next time, guys. Yeah, do the YouTube stuff. Likey, commenty, thingy dingy. We stream again on Saturday. Hang out. It's been fun last time.